Everyone, welcome back to Chot and Chat. My name is Josh.
My name is Miguel.
And we are watching Hit, the third case. This is part 3, so if you missed our part 1 or part 2 of this reaction series, then you can go check that out by clicking the playlist link that's in the description of this video. Then you can join us back here where we are getting on with part 3.
Yep.
And if you're interested, after the whole reaction part, we do a breakdown, our thoughts, opinions, ratings, that sort of thing. So be sure to join that. And if you haven't yet, please consider subscribing, sharing, or like button to slap chandy.
हेलो
मैडम यहाँ तो कोई नहीं है और आपका ऐसा है दिवाकर सर मिसिंग है
हेलो मृदुला सरकार ఇక్కడ కూడా లేడు ఇట్స్ నాట్ సేఫ్ ఐ నీడ్ యు టు గెట్ అవుట్
Oh, can she fight?
We might find out here really quick.
Okay, someone paid attention in class.
Yeah.
Oh, cool. Skills.
She got him right in the head, right underneath the throat. Yep.
ఆర్ యు మ్యాడ్ అర్జున్ ఉన్న లొకేషన్ వీడికి తెలుసుంటుంది why did you kill him
Oh, one of them killed him. Yeah, she wanted to take one alive.
Are we ready, CTK?
Oh.
This is disgusting. Yep. That's a. I guess you recruit all the sick people in the world.
Get set. Go.
It's good distraction.
Everybody back to your rooms. उसको वापस केज में डालो.
Mridula, what's happening?
మార్క్ అయిన 3 లొకేషన్స్ లో అర్జున్ లేడు ఆల్సో సార్ దివాకర్ ని కూడా తీసుకెళ్లిపోయారు
Oh shit. పోలీస్ స్టేషన్ నుంచి బయట కూడా రావద్దు.
Sir?
Your safety is my priority.
వాట్ ఇస్ దిస్ నాన్సెన్స్ వర్ష అన్అఫీషియల్ గా వెళ్ళి సర్చ్ చేద్దాం
ఆల్రెడీ ఒక అటెంప్ట్ చేసి దివాకర్ ని మిస్ చేసాం
వస్తేరా లేదు
She's got a lot more invested in this than just a colleague.
इधर सीसीटीवी कैमरास क्यों नहीं है? हमारा प्रिंसिपल है ये. Loyalty, brotherhood, trust. But now for the first time, it failed. Police mana group lo infiltrate ayyaru.
Uh-oh.
New members step into the ring. వీళ్ళలో 8 police or 4 CTK members. Police పక్కా చేస్తాడు. Survive అయిన వాడు my strongest CTK member.
Well,
Fight.
they don't know him because he killed a lot to get here in the first place. Like, he'll be the first one to take all these psychos out.
అంతమంది సైకోస్ మధ్య అర్జున్ కి ఏమవుతుందని భయమేస్తుంది వర్ష
He lives for this. I'm not that worried
yeah.
for him.
సర్కార్కి ఏం కాదు మృదుల అక్కడ ఉన్న సైకో గాళ్ళందరికన్నా పెద్ద సైకో
100% she like knows exactly. But be careful because like if you show that you're too good at fighting, you're not just a psycho, you have training.
I knew it was going to be down to her and him.
Oh, what the Maybe he thinks this guy has too much style to be a regular psycho. I mean, he could be a cop with that. Whoa! That was a move.
You don't want this.
I like how he turned it back on her. He says, okay. she said she wanted to see his face every day, and it's like, okay, yeah, I got you. Break your arm.
Watch your ankles. Yeah.
You can't survive here.
కెరియర్ పిక్నిక్ నుంచి వింటున్నాను మాట.
Ah!
Okay. Jeez, you scared me.
Actually, AJ, ఒక trained police మాత్రమే 4 CTకి members ని చంపగలడేమో కదా?
Yeah, that's exactly what I was thinking.
పోలీస్లో ఉన్నానా? ద మోర్ యూ డౌట్ ద మోర్ ఐ గెట్ టు ప్లే.
Hound.
Oh, yeah, the test.
Oh, it's his own.
He can't kill him. And he's got a family, his daughter, and...
He's my boss. He's a police officer.
ఇంకొకటిని చంపు. పోలీస్ కాదని నమ్ముతా.
Man, this is such a huge moral dilemma.
దొరికితే ఇద్దరు చంపేస్తారు.
మరి పాప యాన్యువల్టీకి వెళ్ళవా? కీప్ గోయింగ్. ఆపద్దు.
Guess you gotta make it look good. God, it's better than dying.
Where the fuck did you learn that, AJ? That's some impressive fucking shit, dude. CTK will not go down today. Prepare for the final act. Let's get the hell out of this place.
Oh, God. That was so
Too bad they
intense.
don't have a cafeteria where they're selling beer and you could just poison the beer and kill them all.
నెక్స్ట్ ఇక్కడ ఏం జరుగుతుందో నాకు తెలియదు. వెనక నుంచి నేను ఒక డీవియేషన్ ప్లాన్ చేస్తాను. దట్ విల్ బి యువర్ ఛాన్స్. ఇమీడియట్గా విక్టిమ్స్ అందరినీ కారిడోర్స్లోకి తీసుకెళ్ళు. నిన్ను ఇక్కడున్న విక్టిమ్స్ని బిల్డింగ్ దాటించే రెస్పాన్సిబిలిటీ నాది. ఐ విల్ హోల్డ్ ద ఫోర్ట్. ఎంత స్కోర్ కొడతాను?
It'll be a game.
Video game. Virtual reality becomes reality game.
రన్ ఫర్ యువర్ లైఫ్. ఆడి పేరు దివాకర్. కర్ణాటక హెచ్ఐటి పోలీస్. కిల్లర్స్లో తేడాగాళ్ళు సిటీకే. పోలీస్లో తేడాగాళ్ళు.
మృదుల there's nothing yet. మేము నెక్స్ట్ బ్యాచ్కి వెళ్తున్నాం. వాట్స్ హ్యాపెనింగ్ విత్ యూ?
వర్ష ఒక్క నిమిషం మాట్లాడుకో. ఆ సౌండ్ ఏంటి?
Oh.
స్టాటిక్ డిస్టర్బెన్స్.
వాకీ ఏదో ఇంటర్ఫియరెన్స్ వస్తుంది అనుకుంటా.
ఏ వాకీలో సౌండ్ వచ్చింది? అన్ని వాకీస్ 155 ఫ్రీక్వెన్సీ షిఫ్ట్ చేయండి.
And this dude is smart.
అర్జున్ రేడియో కమ్యూనికేషన్లో ఎక్స్పర్ట్. మనల్ని రీచ్ అవ్వడానికి ట్రై చేస్తున్నాడు. దీని సోర్స్ దగ్గరలోనే ఉండాలి.
మీ అందరికి ఈ ఇయర్ ఒక ఎక్స్పీరియన్స్ ఇస్తా అని ప్రామిస్ చేశా. మనిషి క్రాస్ చేయాలని ఒక లైన్ ఉంటది. We are gonna break that boundary.
Oh, because are they gonna eat it? Turn cannibals?
No, it's a baby.
Oh.
Wow. Very disturbed.
Untouched by the rot of this world. But इस मासूम लाइफ का फेट हम डिसाइड करेंगे.
He's having a heart attack?
Maybe the stroke.
We show humans their true self. Tonight, we challenge humanity. CTK, are you ready?
Oh my God. I know we've been saying it this whole time, but psycho to the 10th degree.
పాపకి 9 నెలలు సార్. ఏం చేస్తారు సార్ తీసుకెళ్ళి?
There's no way they're gonna allow that to happen.
పాప సార్.
నేను తీసుకొస్తానమ్మా.
Okay.
అర్జున్ సర్కార్.
Yeah, there's. Oh, that was kind of a cool. That was a cool shift. Alpha's like, I'm so confused. I trusted you.
పాపని కేజ్లో పెట్టు.
That is such a graphic.
Oh. Wait, what? I guess it pays to have a vulture buddy?
I guess.
He needs to just keep one of these swords instead of keep losing them.
Two for the price of one.
Yeah.
Whoa.
It's like, get off this
Get
baby.
your grubby hands off of this baby. Oh, man. There's some shadows.
These are super sharp blades too. I mean,
Yeah.
definitely not for the faint of heart.
No.
That's what they said before getting into this. And there was even a disclaimer.
Ooh. Foreshadowing.
Definitely. Just gotta embrace your psycho.
I guess.
A freaking rocket launcher in the corridor?
You moron. Just crash the gate, man.
Oh, cool.
Oh, yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, it's a whole lot of having to see that, a whole lot. Be scarred for life. Oh, I love it.
Drenched in the blood of his enemies.
Pasha, back up.
I've been stabbed there before. Let me show you how this is handled.
But also, he's like, I just got that stitched up.
Maybe he can get warranty work.
This is so graphic. Oh my god.
Sterilize.
Yeah,
Gotta sterilize.
safety first.
Little tonic. I need some painkiller.
Oh, dude, he's going down that hole.
मैडम आपका बैकअप आ रहा है लेकिन अरुणाचल पुलिस नहीं
Your backup. Who's his backup, but not...
That was a good shot.
Could you just pick up the baby and carry it? Because that's a little bit of a...
No, it's very safe in there. There's been swords and stuff swinging at
Yeah.
the baby and stuff. Like, that cage has blocked a bunch of them.
Yep. Ooh.
सर आर्योर आर्योर
Come on, all of you, push on it.
Yeah.
అర్జున్ సర్కార్ నాట్ అవుట్ అని చెప్పు.
Close the door!
I don't want you to see what's about to happen.
Arjun Sarkar.
You'll be saying that name a little bit differently here shortly.
We'll catch all the rats. यही था ना? Hound.
Do it.
Well, hey there. So, what is he doing up here?
హెచ్ఐటీని చూసుకుంటా అన్నాం, ఇప్పుడు వెళ్ళి నేను చూసుకుంటా. వీళ్ళు ఎంతమంది ప్రాణాలతో కావాలి?
None.
0.
కొడుకు
Oh, someone's bell just got rung. Got your back, babe. Don't touch me. Oh, that I did not expect.
ఒకటివే వచ్చావే.
ఎప్పుడైనా ఒక్కడే వస్తానా?
Yeah, Max.
Back from his war wound. Officer Max on duty. That's awesome. I love that Max just got a cameo. Ooh, trying to cover it up. Dude, these guys like blown like rocket launchers in a freaking
Yeah.
building like this.
You going somewhere?
Hey!
Yeah, exactly. Oh.
Oh, this guy can actually fight. Guess he's not a competition for gravity.
Yep.
Arjun, Arjun, are you okay? Arjun,
She may finish him off.
Oh yeah, maybe. She can fight.
మృదుల, మంచి రోజు.
Oh yeah.
ప్రపోజ్.
Drop to your knees. Yep.
Oh, kept him alive.
అండర్ కంట్రోల్ సార్. సర్కార్ ఇస్ ఓకే.
Yeah, we have him. We'll make it, this guy beg for it.
ఫ్రీడమ్, ఫ్రీడమ్, ఫ్రీడమ్. జస్టిస్.
Justice.
మనిషిని చంపేటప్పుడు వాడి కళ్ళల్లో భయమైనా ఉండాలి, బాధన్నా ఉండాలి, లేకపోతే చంపేవాడికి సాటిస్ఫాక్షన్ ఉండదు.
This
This
guy
guy
is
is sick.
so sick.
నీకు సాటిస్ఫాక్షన్ ఇవ్వను.
జైపూర్లోని తమ్ముడు.
Oh.
సాటిస్ఫైడ్.
Oh, with the vulture wings.
స్వీడిష్ ఫార్మా కంపెనీ.
కరెక్ట్. ఇదే కంపెనీ ఏదో చారిటీ ఆర్గనైజేషన్ కి మనీ లాండరింగ్ చేసింది కదా. వాట్స్ ద నేమ్ ఆఫ్ ద ఆర్గనైజేషన్?
కీన్ టు కేర్.
Oh, right, the KTs.
లో ఉన్నప్పుడు రిమూవ్ చేసిన గ్లాండ్స్ నుంచి కార్టిసాల్, అడ్రినలిన్ లాంటి హార్మోన్స్ని హై కాన్సన్ట్రేషన్లో ఎక్స్ట్రాక్ట్ చేసి ఒక కాక్టైల్ తయారు చేస్తున్నారు. దాంతో వరల్డ్లో ఏ ముందు ఇవ్వలేనంత హెవీ సెక్స్ డ్రైవ్ ఇచ్చే
Oh.
80 ఏళ్ల హాలీవుడ్ యాక్టర్కి కొత్తగా పిల్లలు పుట్టడం, 70 years old బిజినెస్ మ్యాన్ ఏమో సెక్స్ పార్టీస్లో దొరికిపోవడం.
Yeah, there's actually a lot of them.
నేను ఈ మిషన్లో కాపాడలేకపోయిన ఒకే ఒక్క ప్రాణం, ఏసీపీ ధన్య.
Oh.
నేను సిటీకి మాత్రమే ఉందనుకుని వచ్చా. కేటీసీ గురించి తెలుసుకున్నా.
ధన్య కేటీసీ మాత్రమే ఉందనుకుంది, కానీ సిటీకే గురించి తెలిసే లోపే
షీ వాస్ కిల్డ్.
లేదు మృదుల, తన ప్రాణం వదిలేసింది. వరల్డ్ షుడ్ నెవర్ నో అబౌట్ అస్ అండ్ వాట్ హ్యాపెండ్ ఇన్ దిస్ మిషన్. ఈ మిషన్ లీడ్ చేసింది, ఆ విక్టిమ్స్ని సేవ్ చేసింది.
శామ్యుల్ అనేవాడు లాస్ట్ 1 yearగా జైల్లోనే ఉన్నాడు కదూ. అంటే ఈస్ రన్నింగ్ ఎవ్రీథింగ్ ఫ్రమ్ దేర్. వాడికున్న డబ్బు పలుకుబడికి మిగిలిన లైఫ్ అంతా జైల్లోనే ఎంజాయ్ చేస్తాడు.
Oh.
The guy he's talking to is the one he's.
That's why he got himself to prison.
సార్, మీ అబ్బాయిని జైల్లో పెట్టారు కదా, దీని గురించి మీరు ఏం చెప్పాలనుకుంటున్నారు?
మా అబ్బాయిని జైల్లో పెట్టారా?
Yeah. Yeah. Get him one way or another.
ఏసీపీ ధన్య ధైర్య సాహసాలని ఈరోజు యావత్ పోలీస్ డిపార్ట్మెంట్ కొనియాడుతుంది. ధన్య లాంటి పోలీస్ ఆఫీసర్స్ మన దేశంలో ఉండడం
ఇవాళ గనక మనం అర్జున్ సర్కార్ని ప్రశ్నించకపోతే రేపు వీళ్ళంటే ఇంకొన్ని తీసుకొచ్చి మన నెత్తి మీద దింపుతారు.
Well, just make sure you're not doing anything shady. So, what is it?
எங்கிருந்து வரீங்க?
கர்னூல் சார்.
லோட் ఏంటియా?
மட்டி சார்.
யோ அது என்னன்னு போய் பாரு. யார் அங்க உட்கார்ந்திருக்காரு? போய் அவர்கிட்ட பேசு.
సార్ పేరేంటి సార్?
ఏసీపీ వీరప్పన్.
వీరప్పన్.
అన్నా శవం దొరికితే మూసేస్తారన్నా. దాన్ని అంతా కింద సీతికి ఎంత టైం ఉందంటావు వాళ్ళకి? నెమ్మదిగా మాట్లాడి వినబడుతుంది. వేరున్నావుగా అరవ ఊడరా.
I think... And so it makes sense now. He bet on CSK, Chennai Super Kings, because he's Tamil. Karthi.
తాలాడా తెలుగు రాదనుకున్నావా? బైలింగుల్ రా నేను. ఏటయ్యా ఫోన్ అప్పుడి దింపండి లోడు.
Yeah, okay, the fourth guy. This is such a great addition. Oh my gosh, I never expected that because, you know, again, it's not like Tamil writing for Telugu. Veerapan. So, I saw that he was in this, Karthi.
Right, and you didn't know where he was going to show up.
Yeah, but then, you know, what I started thinking is because, you know, sometimes they give the credits in the film if you're a dubbing artist. So then I was thinking maybe he was, like, they said he was in it because he was doing dubbing for the Tamil version, right? Because I've only seen him in Tamil movies. And so... by the end of it, I was like, okay, I guess he's not in it. Maybe he's just a dubbing artist. Because for the longest time, I thought he was going to be maybe the big villain that was above Alpha.
Yeah,
And so this was a huge surprise. And then when they started like teasing there at the end, and then especially when he went like, you know, I think he said 20,000 on CSK. I'm like, okay, he's a fan of Chennai Super Kings. And then his name at the end there being a Tamil name. And so there we go.
Yeah.
So he's going to be...
You knew it.
So he's going to be, like, I just goosebumps when I was, like, talking about it. So he's going to be maybe leading the charge in the next one, the fourth case, which will be... Actually, I mean, I'm a huge fan of Karthi. I like his style on camera, and especially in Mayazagan, he was, like, so great. Like, he was, like, really stole the screen in a lot of those scenes he was in. And then, I mean, Kaiti was such a good movie, too. So... Oh, jeez.
So, wow. So, let's talk about this. Man, graphic.
So graphic.
So graphic.
Yeah. I mean, I'm not one of those that can, like, watch a lot of these. Like, I can't do Saw movies. I can't do any of those movies. So, occasionally, like, I look away because it is just, like, too much and it will haunt me. The action was pretty cool, but... Like, what do you think? What about you? What about you?
Yeah, there were a number of times that I could feel my stomach kind of doing a little bit of moving around and going, this is way more than what we like seeing, and yeah, I mean, there is a lot that just kind of turned my stomach, and you know, sometimes the physicality it can resonate within my body because it's like going, somehow or another I empathize with what that would feel like getting hit like that, and it just doesn't feel good.
Don't think that deeply, man.
Well, I try not to, but sometimes it's like your body is just, you know,
you feel it.
The instincts and everything are there, and yeah, so very, very graphic.
And what makes the graphics, like, nowadays is that it's getting so realistic.
Yeah.
I mean, they're doing a great job in all these movies nowadays, and that's what makes it harder and harder to watch. You go back and watch movies from, like, the 80s or something like that, and it was, like, so unbelievably fake, you know? Like, it was just like, okay, yeah. Like, and it doesn't make you feel that gut-wrenching that you're talking about, because you could see that it's, like, really bad prosthetics or makeup or super red saturated blood that looks like just, like, Kool-Aid or something. Where this, they got it, like, so real looking that it's just, like, real gruesome to watch.
So, but... You know, if I get past all that, I like that it is a very intricate and intriguing story in terms of how he had to infiltrate, and how it actually turned better than his original plan to just do the scoring, which he still got in, but he had this little side trip that was going to help him out in the very end with, you know, Alpha, and let him know that you are not as great as you think you are. And you know, this whole psychotic bit is, the scary thing is that there are people out there like that, and that's what is really terrifying to just everyday people. They just can't. It's difficult for us to even understand, you know, and yet we hear things on TV about, you know, these psycho killers and you know, serial killers, and it's hard for people who are much more grounded and you know, it's just hard to even understand what's going through their mind.
And then get a whole bunch of them in the same room that all think the same, because the thing about psychopaths is that they can kind of blend in because they learn how to express emotions, like fake it until you make it really, you know, like they know how to draw on those emotions and stuff like that to try to make it through everyday life. But really underneath, they're like these emotionless, like scary people. And when you get them in a big room like that where they can stop pretending, they do really scary things. Like this was
and they feed off of each other. It's just it's just really
It's interesting because this kind of took a big turn away from, like, so far what the series has set in place, like the whole investigative thing, right? Because there was some of that in the first half of the movie, but I think more so it was, he knew pretty much the entire time. It was the audience trying to catch up and understand what was going on. Because from the very beginning, we saw him like killing someone. And
I'm like, I'm very confused.
Yeah, it's like so it was like us needing to do the investigating and like figuring out like what's going on, and then the whole second half was more of like a daring rescue instead of like you know, it was more like
with a vulture. I'm like going, I think that's the first time I've ever seen a vulture used as kind of almost a heroic sidekick animal. I mean, there's Max. Okay, we all get Max.
Oh, Max is awesome.
Max is awesome.
Oh, is this like the Super League of Pets? Like, you know how like Crypto for like Superman?
Yeah, you know.
And so we have Max and the vulture. But what's the vulture's name?
Yeah, I mean that we need a
next
name.
movie in the fourth case, the vulture's going to come in and say like Officer like Vulture or something like that. You know, we got Max and the vulture will team up. You'll see the vulture like pick Max up and like throw him at people. Oh man, that'll be over the top. I don't know about that.
So it was a lot of whole piecing it all together. And again, like I said, it was, once it started to click in place, I'm like, wow, this is a really complex story. And even the way they finished it out with saying, well, what were the organs for? I'm like, yeah, it totally looked like world sinister organization, you know.
We're getting up there to
we're
the
getting
top.
up there. So, you know, is it going to be case 4 is going to divulge who's the top elite, or is it 5 or 6 or whatever?
And we got to find out Vikram. So I was thinking that maybe Vikram would show up here at the end too, because remember the last time we've seen Vikram was at the end of the first case, and he was being shot at. And they did talk about it in the second case, and then we discovered like who was shooting at him, but we don't know why they were shooting at him and that sort of stuff. So it's interesting. But I'm glad, oh man, they brought Max back, which was the coolest part, one of the coolest parts of this movie. So how do you think it compares to the other ones? Because the other ones, so we start getting more and more violent as we get through the series.
I'm like, okay, so I think definitely the violence is they're taking the volume knob on the violence and they're cranking that puppy. So that's really intense. I think the love story, I liked this one a little bit better for some reason. It worked well. It worked really well. So and it had a playful sauciness to it. I'm gonna call it that. All right, which I think was really it fit his character very well.
You know what I like about this is it almost like flips a lot of things, the love story, because in a lot of these movies that we watch, it's always the guy that's like hovering around the girl and following the girl around. And I've been watching you for like the last few years or something, right?
Since elementary school.
Yeah. But here, the girl was the one that was kind of like hovering and following him around and being all like crushing on him and stuff like that. So, because if you go back to another Nani movie, Iga, I mean, in the very beginning, he was like that with the girl, like chasing the girl, chasing the girl, chasing the girl. And then here, though, it was like the girl chasing the guy. So, I mean, I like that it was a little bit different in that way because we never expected that.
Right.
Like, we were just like, oh no, she lied to him. Like, what's wrong with you? But then we like dig in deeper, which is why you just let people have the chance to explain themselves before jumping to conclusions. Because my conclusion I jumped to was that she's the head of this whole cult thing and that she's like infiltrating the police to find out what they know.
I did like that. So I definitely think that while they're cranking up the volume on the violence, they adjusted the treble and the bass on the love story.
Okay. They're balancing it out.
They added some. They kind of used a different settings on that. So I like that a lot.
But being one, because I know you appreciate mysteries, and since this didn't really go mystery as much as the first case and second case, so like...
I think it came down a little bit because, again, you're very right. The very first part was all about just telling us what was going on in the investigation. And there were some intrigue parts to it that I was like going, oh, that's kind of cool and so forth. But it wasn't nearly as, by the time all was said and done, it was not that complex to figure out. And so I kind of think that kind of went down a little bit. So, but overall, as far as a rating, I'm going to give this an 8.
Oh,
yeah,
wow.
Yeah, I did like it. Even though, if it was me, if I could turn the knob a little bit on the violence, particularly that one head in the
bear trap,
that was not my favorite. That was
very unexpected. That was like watermelon in that trap. That was very
I'm
graphic.
gonna not have good dreams about that tonight. So yeah, so that's what I'm gonna give it. I'm gonna give it a good 8.
Okay.
So. Yeah.
Oof, pressure is on. So I'll agree with you on a lot of that because I'm not one for like this like over the top sort of like violence and stuff. I like the ones where it's not so much blood and all that. It's more like the impacts, like when you're fighting and then you hit somebody and then you can see like dust flying and stuff. But then once you start putting blood and stuff in it, it starts getting like really real to me. And that's why I don't really watch a lot of those Saw movies. And it's Nani though, and Nani just has a really cool way. So what I liked about this is they embraced his psychotic nature because he really does. He has something going on, and maybe they'll explore that as we go further into the series because he definitely has some issues. And exploring those issues was kind of throughout this because I think I was always on edge whether or not he was going to fully fall into that. And just as she said when they were meeting, like he said, oh, like my hair is turning gray. And she's like, oh no, I like that you're gray. Not that your hair is gray, but that you're gray because he's not totally like fallen into that darkness and then he's not totally in the light either.
Yeah.
So he's kind of in that middle gray area. And so I do like that he's a complicated character like that. And I think going into all that violence and whatnot really explored that and made it tension for me to see if he was going to really embrace like full on psychotic and not be able to control himself.
Right. Would being in that psycho fan base, would that have clicked his switch, so to speak? And the fact that he's getting counseling for his, for a lot, hats off to officers and that have to deal with this stuff all the time.
Yeah.
And I know that it can mess with you emotionally and physically and mentally. And so, hats off. And I liked the fact that it showed that here he is, this fairly important guy within the whole entire organization, and he's having to speak to a counselor. He doesn't like being there, but he's doing it. I think that's a good thing that it's saying. He even knows that he's probably maybe I'm the whole
little bit
a
on
little
that
bit,
side.
Hey, right?
Okay.
Right?
Oh, dude, you scared. There was a couple times throughout there you did that, and then you made me jump.
So
the moment where like his colleague, the cop, was there, Devon, and when he was brought into the ring, that's where I thought it was going to lose him, because I thought maybe he was going to have to like kill him, but he came up with this whole thing, because that is what created the tension for me. So I like that they went into that, but again, man, some of that like brutal like fight and stuff, it was really hard to watch straight through.
Because you have to think about it. He's like going, I am fighting here to prove I'm not a cop, and yet I'm not supposed to be doing this. And, it's just, again, undercover work is the worst ever, and that's tough. Yeah. Really, really tough.
So, but I did like the whole new sort of take, because if you have the first case, it was really interesting. We were investigating that murder, and then we found out that it was actually his friend covering for his wife, and that what was all linked to it and all that. And then in the second case, we found out that there's this whole operation that this guy was like doing and killing and harvesting their parts and putting them in his wall. And so we had that serial killer. So from the first one wasn't a serial killer, it was just someone out for revenge. The second one was like serial killer, and this one was like cult. And so, I mean, good job on like switching it up and not doing the same old thing, because maybe if you set a pattern and you get stuck in that pattern, but here it's like every single case has been a very different vibe from the last one. So I do appreciate that. So you know what, I'm gonna go with you with an 8, because it was different, it did a lot of different things, and it definitely had me feeling something different from the other ones, because why do the same thing that you already did? So change it. And and especially with that reveal at the end, I mean maybe that raised it a lot too, because Karthi coming in at the end was just really great and got me super excited for the fourth case. So let's make sure that happens quickly, because I want to watch that ASAP. But let us know in the comments, what did you think? Did you like this? How did this one compare to all the other cases? So far, like if I had to rank them, I would probably put 1 and 3 kind of at the same level, and then 2 slightly behind that. But because like 2, I just felt like that it was a little, like if he should have maybe got it a little bit earlier with the teeth thing. But anyway, I'm not going back into that. But let us know, how would you rank the 3 so far? And like, did we miss anything? Like, what do you think is going to be the 4th case about? How high are they going to go up with this? Is the 4th case going to be in Tamil or Telugu? Probably Telugu,
maybe Telugu.
I guess. Like, I don't know, but if the main star is like, I have no idea. I didn't know Karthi, was that dubbed, or does he actually speak Telugu? I don't know.
He said he was bilingual, so maybe
probably trilingual if he's also speaking English.
That's right.
And maybe even quadlingual if he speaks Hindi too. Right? So, I don't know. Anyway, let us know what you guys thought, and if you haven't yet, please consider subscribing, sharing, or like button slap chayandi.